is Trust, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today is a video I think a lot of y'all is going to be excited for because y'all like time-related content like this. It's been a while since I've done a video like this. But because I was afraid of the comments and shit that was going to happen, because the last time I made a video summarizing shit like this, I got a lot. I ended up having to turn the comments off, but I later realized it was because of one fucking person. That was the common denominator. If you follow me on my Instagram, you know exactly what the hell I'm talking about. Follow me at TrustMe430. Yeah, he's done. I don't know what the kid problem was, but he needs to find something better to do than just cyberbully people on the internet, because they got so much shit going on in the world right now, so much hateful shit going on in the world right now. They do not need more of it, you know what I mean? I hate that. I hate people who just go around and just spread negativity over everywhere like it's just fucking present. Like, I hate that shit. Like, there's so much of it in the world, they don't need more of it, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna waste my time and more time on that subject. I just couldn't come on this channel and not address what happened on my that's off topic. I'm not even giving that person his attention that he wants. It's gonna be the last time I'm talking about it. But let's get right into this video. So I'm gonna be summarizing the 2010s decade by each year, like kind of like summarizing like the whole entire 2010s decade, like by each year, like from 2010 to now. Even though we're not in the 2010s decade, we're in 2022. I don't be knowing what year we in. Sometimes I'll be not. I'm swear to God. But kind of just summarizing like the 2010s decade, like maybe spending like 20-30 seconds, maybe 40 seconds on each year going down the 2010s decade. And I'm probably going to continue until where we are now. But like the year 2010 and 2019, they're in the same decade. I know, hard to believe, right? Lord, I wouldn't be shocked if you would have told me those were in the two different centuries. I'm not gonna lie, like for real. The difference between the two is fucking just cataclysmic. Like, wow, I can't believe they're in the same decade, right? But let's get right into this video. Now, first starting with 2010, the start of the 2010s, the first time the year 2010, the year I was 4. I know, I was 4. But I do remember this year. This was the year the Saints won the Super Bowl. My hometown, my Saints, my state football team, we won the motherfucking Super Bowl that year. That was also the first time we started referring to the year as 20-something, 20, you know, before we were just started saying 2000 and whatever. I don't think nobody was saying 2006, 2005. That don't make no sense. We were now saying 2010. No one says 2021. We say 2022. See, I don't know what year it is right now. Nobody says 2022. We always say 2022. Like, no one says 2021, 2022. We say 2020. This was the start. 2010 was the start of what we saying 20 now. Like, we don't say 2010, 2000, and you know what I mean? Now we just saying 20, blah, blah, blah. Nothing I don't really think happened this year. It still kind of felt like the 2000s to me. I was 4. I ain't really seen no motherfucking change. It still felt like the late 2000s to me. 2011. I don't think what happened this year. 2011 still kind of somewhat. I feel like 2011 was the last year to somewhat still feel like the late 2000s, because everything after this year you can tell, okay, yeah, we're in the 2010s after the 2011. But what happened in 2011? I mean, a lot of good TV shows went off air. Like Hannah Montana, I think this is the Waverly Place. I think they went off. Like around this era, this was a lot of good TV shows, like Disney Channel's Prime, I guess you would say, starts to end. It was still good as fuck though in the early 2010s. I don't think nothing really, at least that's like the first year I remember writing down the date. I remember writing down August 5th, 2011 in my like kindergarten in the notebook. I remember the teacher telling me the date, and it was something August or something 2011. I remember that. But I don't think 2011 was kind of a boring year in my opinion. It was alright. Now good old 2012. 2012 we had the Super Bowl. Yes. Everything happened this year. We were supposed to die this year. The world was supposed to end in 2012. But it didn't. They got all type of conspiracy saying that it did, but like the world was supposed to end this year, and it didn't. We survived that year. Nicki Minaj was at her prime in 2012. That was, you know, starships. That was just dance. That was literally like at least in my opinion, when I think early 2010s, my mind automatically goes to 2012. Like every time someone says the early 2010s era, I like immediately go to 2012. Like that 2012 were probably like the early 2010s. Like 2012 carried the early 2010s. Like that was 2012 was probably arguably one of the best years of the 2010s decade in my opinion. 2012 was a good year. I liked it. That was also the year social media started really going up. You know, in this year, it started to the 2010 starting to really take place. I feel like this is the first year it didn't feel like the 2000s, you know. 2013, okay, this is the first year we started saying 20 something teen, you know what I mean? It still kind of feel weird not saying 20 something teen. It's still weird saying 2020 something, like it's weird like we're in the future. But like 2013 started to really feel like the 2010s in 2013. Like it really, like now we're in the 2010s. The 2000s is a good ways away now. We're in 2013. Shoes like this, people was wearing these shoes all over the motherfucking place. Also, J's on my feet. J's on my feet. You know, I remember that song by Mac Will Made It and Miley Cyrus and Juicy J and Wiz Khalifa. That song, yeah, that song was that. I remember that song. That shit was the shit in fucking elementary school where I was in elementary. That shit was playing in all of our fucking school. J's on my feet. Everybody was like, I remember that song being everywhere in 2013. Like literally, like to the point where my school even done a parody of it for our state testing thing. Like they literally done a parody of 23, like J's on my feet. I remember like 2013. Still, that was a good year. It was a fun year. That was a fun year. We just had a lot of good songs that came out that year, like Wrecking Ball, J's on My Feet, 23, Blurred Lines. A lot of good like songs was out in that year. Came out in that year. 2014. Okay, the first year of the mid 2010s. Okay, now we're getting a little deep in the mid 2010s now. I remember 2014 probably, in my personal opinion, that was the best year of the 2010s decade for me, my personal. 2014, summer 2014 was the best summer ever. That song by Ariana Grande and Iggy Azalea, Problems, that song was everywhere in 2014. That song and Happy by Pharrell Williams, cause I'm happy. That song, I think it was 2014. Them two songs was fucking everywhere. And Fancy by Iggy Azalea, that song was everywhere too in 2014. Summer 2014 was lit as fuck. That was I wish I could go back to summer 2014. I was 8 in that year and I enjoyed myself so much. We went on vacation that year. I went to Houston, I went to Biloxi. That was just a good fucking year for me. I loved summer 2014. That was hands down the best summer just ever. That I won't go back. That was a good motherfucking year. Okay, 2015. Okay, this is where I ain't gonna lie. I feel like the 2010s have peaked already in like 2013, 2014 era, and like now it's 2015. It's still good. We still doing all right, you know, but like I feel like the 2010s and peaking, we're kind of going down, like, you know what I'm saying. 2015 is when we started doing them dances. I remember this year vividly. I remember everything after 2012. I remember years like this vividly, but especially 2015, because this was like we fell into this swag era. This era when all these dances was out. Y'all remember dances like Bet You Can't Whip Like Me, Can Nay, like Watch Me Whip, Watch Me Nay. What else? Hit the Quan. Y'all remember that shit? Like that. Then this era, 2015, this had all these like dances that I used to fucking swear to God I was perfect at doing. But I was hitting them Quans, I was hitting them Folkses. Y'all remember that? Like this is also like the start. I was about to say the start of the Musically era. No, Musically didn't come out till 2016. Or 17. But we were still in the Vine. This was like peak of the Vine era. Like Vine was doing this shit in 2015. Like 2015 was like do it for the Vine. You know, I remember me and my cousins going around like telling us do it for the Vine. I ain't gonna do it. Y'all remember that? Like this 2015, she still ate. She was part of the legendary 2010s. But I ain't gonna lie, everything after this year, I'm sorry, I did not like about this year. 2010s it was down bad after 2015. Alright, we in 2016. I did not like this year at all. This was the second worst year of my life. because of personal reasons. We ain't gonna talk about that. But those dances was still popping in 2016. But y'all remember girls and boys? Y'all remember like people used to dress up like this on Instagram, and they used to be like the fucking most popular motherfuckers alive in school, in like elementary and middle school back in 2016 and shit like that. Like literally like those dances, and girls used to y'all remember the girls used to be taking the pictures like this. Like, is that was just for me in Louisiana? That had to be everywhere. That had to be everywhere. Like, and every time they used to dance to the motherfucking like watch me whip, watch me nay nay era, they used to make the with little bubble lip, like them little strap, the little hot Cheeto girls at school in this little era, 2015, 2016 era, 2017, first year of the late. We're now in the late 2010s, 2017. Now, for personal reasons, for me, this was the best year ever in my life. Just for personal reasons, I went on like 3 trips this year. I went to Houston, like I went to Florida. I went everywhere this year. There, I'm out, and it snowed here for the first time in Louisiana in 2017. Personal reasons, it was just a good year. But in the 2010s decade, yeah, this really when like the decade started to like really go motherfucking down south. Yeah. Vine is now Musically in 2017, I think. No, Vine became Musically, I think, in 2016. 2016 it came Musically. So I should have mentioned that in 2016, I'm sorry. But, like, Musically really is, like, Jacob Sartorius, all these people really, like, Jacob Sartorius. I don't know if, Jake Paul wasn't, I don't think Jake Paul wasn't a really big, he was still on Disney Channel in 2017, but Jacob Sartorius and that Musically motherfuckers used to be people lip syncing on Musically all the motherfucking time in 2017 and 2016 in this little Musically era that they had going on. Also, this was the year that Trump got in office. I ain't gonna say nothing else on that. But anyways, 2018, the motherfucking year TikTok came out, and I ain't gonna lie, in 2018, y'all would be shocked. TikTok was made in 2018. TikTok became a thing Musically. It was first Vine, and Vine was created in like I think 2013. And Vine became Musically in 2016, and now Musically is now TikTok in 2018 and currently. But I ain't gonna lie, in 2018 I didn't know nothing about TikTok until 2019, so I was shocked that TikTok was still a thing in 2018. But that ain't the point. Rap music and hip hop music really started to take its toll up in 2018 and shit like this. Like that was all over your radio. Hip hop, that's become like the trends and like the go-to music in like 2018 and shit like that. And like there was so much like beef between, this was like the Cardi B came out in early 2017, like, but this was really like the peak of the Cardi B and Nicki Minaj feud era, and like Instagram and social media feuding and celebrities feuding. This was also your Jake Paul era. Your Jake Paul era, your Jacob Sartorius era, your Jake Paul, your Fortnite era. This was in 2018. Your Fortnite, your Jake Paulers, you're basically everything the people born after in the late 2000s say their childhood was. So basically, I don't know, Jake Paulers, Fortnite, Xbox One, PS4, like pretty much when we starting to really get the current, but like current have changed now, but yeah. 2019, the last normal year of humanity. Boy, I swear to God, if I wish all that complaining about 2019 we done did, I ain't gonna lie, for me personally, 2019 was a fun ass year for me. It was a fun lit motherfucking year, I ain't gonna lie. That was hot girl summer. Y'all remember in 2019 hot girl summer, Megan Thee Stallion, that's when she really came out. Hot girl summer is that was 2019 summer that was a hot girl summer year. Summer too. 2019 had an alright summer too. 2018 had a good summer too. This summer, I like summer. Fuck. I like winter too. Shit. I like the snow. But it never snowed here. But like, that was like hot girl summer. That was like that little era. 2019. The last fun any of us would have in humanity. That was like the last year that of humanity that was not in Jumanji. 2020. 2020. 2020. First year of the 2020s. Last. Do I even need to say anything for this year? Do I this is for the next 3 minutes. Let me just summarize everything that happened in the 2020 in like a minute and a half. All right, so we are now in a global pandemic. After we done had hot girl summer and all that shit happened in 2019, we're in a global pandemic. All right, everywhere, millions, hundreds of thousands of people dying all over the world. We have riots going all over America. We have a new president election happened this year. We have, y'all remember the killer bees that happened in 2020? Killer bees, y'all remember when that shit was coming out? They saying like these the killer bees that they infested, like if they sting you, they gonna kill you. Y'all remember reading about that shit? Pretty much Jumanji, literally Jumanji in real life. Everything that could possibly go wrong with the world went wrong in 2020. Literally everything that literally, like, the world literally, it was like the world in the 2010s was hanging on from like the thinnest of the string in like 2020. Soon as the clock strike 2020, that thinnest string that the world was hanging on by, bro. That's what I feel like 2020 is. That's what that perfect explanation I can explain 2020, and that's what I'm gonna say to my future kids when I have them. When they ask me what the fuck was 2020, what the fuck happened that year, I'm gonna tell them just like that. 2021, the shit don't get better. Shit, it don't. 2021, the year that everybody stormed, the year that people stormed, a bunch of angry mob of people stormed the White House. Kind of controversial, but I'm like, I had to say that because that's what happened in 2021. I ain't gonna lie, I did not like 2021. I ain't gonna lie. Like, this year was not made for me, even though this was last year. But it was just not made for me. I ain't really didn't like have that no motherfucking look. Also, but this is the but that year I also really got my I got my first 100 subscribers on this channel that year. So thank y'all for all y'all support. But 2021. Also, like, shameless self-promo, subscribe if you haven't, you know, you're enjoying this video, like it, subscribe, comment, do what you gotta do. But, like, 2021, I did not like this year. I guess this was the year COVID was trying to back off a little bit. Also, 2021, this was also the year Texas froze, literally. Like, that, y'all heard about that blizzard in Texas in February of 2021? The whole damn state of Texas had a blizzard. And literally living in Jumanji, when the fuck you heard they got a blizzard in Texas? We in Texas. We had the ice storm here, but they got it like here in Louisiana where I'm from. We had an ice storm, and we didn't get out of the 20s and teens. And but Texas got it worse. Like, they literally, whole water supply had froze. People lost homes. All that shit happened in Texas. We're talking Texas. They were like had experiencing temperatures -5 and -10 degrees. Like, temperatures below zero for days. Like, we're in Texas. They're in Texas. They don't get this shit. We're not in Alaska or Minnesota or nothing like that. They don't get that shit. That was insane. I remember watching that blizzard, that whole winter storm coverage on the Weather Channel. And like, we really is at the end of the world. Like, the shit really in. Now, finally, 2022, the current year. The current year. COVID is now, I don't know if y'all heard, but COVID is now not a pandemic anymore. Like, it is now like at so low cases per day around the world that is no longer being classified as a global pandemic. It's no longer pandemic status anymore. So we're kind of 2022 kind of is like the first year that everybody's going out, everybody's like with no masks, like kind of COVID. I wouldn't say COVID free, even though everybody acting like it's COVID free. COVID still exists, people. So be careful, but like kind of coming back in, like coming back. Things are coming back to normal. Not in the world, like as of COVID and shit. Oh, we're still living in Jumanji. That's just all that is still going on. We're only in May of this year as I film this video, and I don't know what else is gonna happen. But um, this also gets me to the next topic, which is pretty serious. I know y'all are all the mass shootings that have happened this year, and we only in May of 2022, and all the mass shootings that have happened. I know y'all heard about this horrible, heartbreaking shooting that happened in Texas a few days ago. Please, I pray for those families. I was watching that on the news, and I had to turn it off because I was finna cry. That's just horrible. I'm gonna leave a link on in my comment section for those who want to help some of those families that just lost their kids through the mass shooting. That's I couldn't imagine that, but yeah, that's just about it for this video. Hope you enjoyed me summarizing this year, summarizing the 2010s to now. Let me know in the comments below what year was your favorite. Which year it was your favorite between 2010 and now. I know damn well none of y'all ain't gonna say 2020 to 2022. Like, who the fuck actually likes those years? I ain't gonna lie, though. I ain't gonna lie. 2020 was a peaceful ass year. I still when I mean peaceful, the months of us locked inside our house in 2020 was peaceful for me. I was already at probably one of the lowest seats I can ever be in early 2020. In that 5, 6, 7, 8 months of me being locked in the house really got my mental health back up. So that's what I mean by peaceful. But let me know in the comments which year you liked. Which one of these years was your favorite year in the 2010s decade. I love you guys. That's just about it for this YouTube video. That's just about it for this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment on my YouTube channel so I know you're there. And that's just about it for the video. Love you guys and have a great day.